Do you know where she set the brochure?
Any chance?
I don't know. Sorry.
She, like, I know, they were sitting.
So I know ahead of time if it's.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, it's just, it's the way it plays through. It's
Yeah.
Yay! Yay! Wow. Here, we're gonna have you guys sit on this side.
Where?
Anywhere, in this whole section. And because we're outside, we're following your state guidelines, if you don't wanna have your mask on.
You know what?
Totally up to you.
Is that the
Hey,
email,
guys,
the
you guys
email
are on
blast?
this side.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Totally up to you.
Because we never really know, do we?
no.
Right, and some of them
Think about it.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Not everybody's here yet.
Oh, okay.
Good afternoon, almost everybody.
Right. We're still waiting.
I was just making sure the sound worked, and, saying hello, hoping that it doesn't monsoon again. Which this morning was kind of interesting with that.
Make it work.
In the land of Cobras, looks a little right.
Yeah. Perfect.
There's a couple of seats over there, and there's a seat still back there.
I love Joy.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Right. Ready?
Good job.
Thumbs up, Nan?
I'd say, yeah.
Nancy?
So what's fun about doing things twice is you get a chance to kind of tweak things accordingly. One quick request for this afternoon is that as we call your name, if you would enter here, come down, Mr. Padak will present you with the award. First picture would be here. Mr. Padak will kind of give you a turn. We got a picture here. And then if we go out that way, then we've got everything kind of captured. So it just kind of helps. At the end, because it'll probably make things flow a little bit smoother, you're more than welcome to take as many pictures as you want within the backdrop area, give you something a little bit cleaner and kind of to remember by. How's the logistics part of that so far? All right. So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kevin Kessler. I'm the Career and Tech Principal here at TST BOCES. Thank you for coming as we celebrate our Junior Awards event for the 2021 school year. I'm going to, at this time, turn it over to our Executive Director, Ms. Cindy Walter, for some welcoming remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's such a privilege to be here and to oversee the Career and Tech Center and all of career education under TST campus. It's the work that you're doing, the programs that you're in, they're really the backbone of our community. And everything you're doing is just going to serve a greater purpose that is much needed for the long haul. So we appreciate that you're here and that you as parents have come out today or are online in some form as your child's first teacher to really help them be where they are today and to develop them to where they've made it today to great success. So what we're here for today is really for our recipients to receive awards and to be acknowledged. And while you might only walk away with a piece of paper, this is a time for us to really pause and for you to really soak in what you're truly taking away from this accomplishment you've achieved, which is the knowledge and the confidence to know that you can do anything and that you can be the best and you can represent the best of what you do. Because truly the only difference between the bottom of the ladder and the top of the ladder is that climb in between. And what it takes to do that climb is what you've already done to be sitting here today and receiving awards, which is hard work, effort, and the willingness to do so. What we really represent here at the Career and Tech Center, what it comes down to, aside from technical skills and the ability to move ahead with your goals and in your career in any way you want is the professional skills. And it's that hard work, it's that showing up, it's that willing to try, willing to fall down and get back up again. So all of you who are receiving an award, you're seen, you're recognized for putting in that effort this year. So it is a privilege to be a part of that and to watch you take this time to pause and to walk out of here with that knowledge and confidence that you can do anything you want to do, you can be anything you want to be. So thank you all for that. And Mr. Kassler will go into some individual thank yous, but it really does take a lot of effort to put together even a small ceremony such as this with technology and everything else. And all of these people that you see standing up here in front of you and on the sidelines, and some that are unseen, have worked really hard. And I thank each and every one of them for that, because they really made it possible where I could just show up today and you could just show up today and this would go forward. So thank you everyone for your hard work on that. And with that, I want to congratulate each and every one of you ahead of time. And I am going to turn this over to Mr. Kassler, the principal of the Career and Tech Center. Thank you, everyone.
All right. If my voice kind of tells down a little bit, or if it gets hard to hear, just kind of give me a thumbs up, and we can try to pick it up. Sometimes when we turn this up, we get the weird feedback, so we'll try to be nice to the people in front so they don't have to get bombarded with that. But at this point, I think the very first thing I'd like to say to each and every one of our students sitting here is congratulations. You know, you're here today to recognize your achievement and accomplishments and I know this will be hard for you guys to truly grasp until time plays out, but the hardest time in the history of education, between jumping around online, having what happened at the end of last year, returning to a new place this year, you know, the grace, the grit, and the perseverance that you have demonstrated really will suit you well long beyond when you leave here. If anything comes out of today, both for the people that are present and for the people within our virtual space, it really is those traits that you demonstrated throughout the course of this year that are going to matter. And I hope that as you guys move on, you can appreciate that and give yourself the credit you deserve, because to us, that's really what matters. Just in case, I want to keep things flowing. You know, my name's Kevin Kassler. I am the Career and Tech Principal. You guys and I kind of share something, you know, of a bond, a little bit different than the first group, in that this is my second full year here, of which most of it's been in COVID. So for a lot of people, it's the first time I'm seeing their faces. It's one of those ones where now all of a sudden I'm used to seeing people from the eyes up. So, you know, what I said earlier today was this. This was not an easy time. And I applaud you guys for coming together, both virtually and in person, from 8 separate districts, including our school up on the hill, but to do so with the really attention to detail and the overall kind of safety that you guys brought to this is impressive. And I hope that you know that that does start with you guys. You know, it starts with you guys being excited about being here. It starts with you guys being willing to do all of the things that we've asked, put up with all the changes that have popped up through the course of the year, and just continue to enjoy the ride. You know, I said earlier, and I think that this is probably the biggest key to what makes this place special, and it's your teachers. You know, they're able to bring a passion about what they do and that skill, and they combine it with an education, and it allows you to kind of see things from a very unique perspective that a lot of people don't get. they bring an excitement that's contagious, and they bring really a sense of realness. I said this is where I'll transition to some of the parents for a second, earlier today, that as the proud parent of 3 myself, I can say an awful lot, and none of them tend to listen to me. But when other people say it, all of a sudden it's magic. So it isn't always a bad thing for you guys to hear from another place. Oh, no. Ooh, there we go. Sorry. So what I'm excited about for our afternoon awards is really, I don't look at this as the end of your school year. I actually look at it as the beginning. I'm excited about the current direction things are going. I'm excited about the opportunities that you're coming back to, the chance to get even more involved within the hands-on process. So I hope that really for you guys, you don't treat this as an end of year celebration. You look at it more of a beginning celebration to next year. To me, that is what's most important. So with that, I'd like to say a couple of thank yous. First off to our Board of Education, our District Superintendent, Dr. Madison, our Executive Director, which you have met, Ms. Cindy Walter, our Dean of Students, Mr. Jeff Podolak. The part that we talk about in taking a village, the board, and there's a lot of mistakes I make, but the 2 people on my side, the collaboration that comes with it, the willingness to put up with sometimes, it isn't always my best self, that's what moves things forward, and that's what helps make this a special place for you guys. So, we really do try to model the very things that we'd like to see you guys do as you go out to be successful. So with that said, I'd like to kind of transition into why we're here today, and that's for you guys. All right? All right. You guys are a lively group. The rain this morning must have got people a little more excited than I realized. Okay, so we're going to start off. Each year, our individual programs recognize both the higher. Thank you. Both the highest achiever and a teacher award. To make things kind of a little more easy on people like myself that tend to ad-lib too much, we went in alphabetical order, so in no particular order. This year's animal science highest achiever, Lucy Farmer, Ithaca High School. Congratulations. And our teacher award goes to Abigail Thomas, Lansing High School. Up next is auto body. This year's highest achiever award in auto body goes to, oh boy, I'm going to apologize if I mess this up, Aileen Covert. How'd I do? Outside noise. And this year's teacher award winner, Garrett Porter, Newfield and Business School. I think you got taller, Garrett. All right. Auto technology. This year's highest achiever, Air, so on. So, Ithaca. Congrats, man. And our teacher award goes to Alexa Updike, Trumansburg. Congrats. Moving along, computer tech and cybersecurity. This year's highest achiever award goes to Oliver Schultz, Lansing High School. Congrats, man. And our teacher award, Caleb McIntosh, Ithaca High School. Congrats. Up next is cosmetology. And this year's highest achiever goes to Dominique Grossi, Trumansburg High School. Congrats. And our teacher award, Melody Buckley, Newfield. Up next, our criminal justice program. 2021 highest achiever goes to Blake Lacko, Lansing. The duck was cheering for you too, Blake. All right. And our teacher award goes to Sean Rowe, Trumansburg. Up next is culinary arts. And this year's highest achiever goes to Emmy Leonard, Lansing High School. And for our teacher award, Alyssa McCara, Lansing. Congrats. Up next is our digital media program. The 2021 highest achiever award for digital media, Ryan June, Trumansburg. And for the teacher award, Nora Hernandez, Newfield. As we move along, early childhood. And the 2021 early childhood highest achiever, Madeline Redfield, Groton. And the teacher award goes to Josie Covell, Trumansburg. Up next, heavy equipment. Our 2021 highest achiever for heavy equipment, Corey Ayers, Groton. teacher award goes to Max Olmsted, Newfield. Congrats. And next, we got nursing assistant and health occupations. They told me I ad-libbed too much, so I had to actually write everything down, including when to hit the space bar. Our 2021 highest achiever goes to Kara Cook, Candor. And then in an effort to save Kara some steps, Kara also won the teacher award for this year. Congrats, Kara. All right. Up next is sports conditioning and exercise science. The highest achiever award goes to Jenna Plu, Ithaca. And the teacher award goes to Ryan Fish, Lansing. And as we round things out through our program, up next is our welding. And the 2021 highest achiever for welding, Isaac Hall, Groton. And the teacher award winner, Samuel Nuntz, LACS. Okay, that'll conclude the highest achiever and teacher award for our programs. At this time, we'll move into recognition of our Skills USA students. This is another one of the recognitions that it's really kind of, it's bittersweet, but we are all extremely proud of these young people for participating this year. This was a full virtual year, at which point the people that are being mentioned not only chose to participate virtually, but they also did extremely well and represented us with pride. The other unique thing to Skills, for those of you that may not be aware, is that this is our second year returning to the competition. Ms. Fish and Ms. Bowles kind of brought the Skills back out of retirement. It gave our students a chance to practice and compete really with the skills and the knowledge that they're learning within the classroom and compare it against others within the state and ultimately across the country. It's always humbling to see how well our young people do. And this year, even given the fact that it was fully virtual, it was no different. So at this time, I'd like to recognize the following students that competed in the first ever, and hopefully the last, New York State Virtual Skills USA competition in April. We want to recognize, again, their perseverance, and willingness to step out of their comfort zone to participate in this event. Congratulations to all, and here they are in no particular order. Ryan Fish, Sports Conditioning and Exercise Science, Lansing. Thank you. Jenna Plu, Sports Conditioning and Exercise Science at High School. Nora Hernandez, Digital Media, Bluefield High School. And then Alex Blakely, Digital Media, Newfield High School. Nora and Alex worked as a team of two and earned second place in digital cinema production. And it was kind of an honor to watch you guys' film. Congratulations. At this time, I am going to turn things over to our 2020 co-president of the National Technical Honor Society. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I was trying to mess with the pitch a little bit there. Miss Ivy Card. Just a fun fact for Ivy, she's added a new recognition to her name today, as this morning she was named our 2021 CTE Student of the Year. So,
hello, everyone. I would like to announce our 2021 National Technical Honor Society students that we have selected. Ryan Fish, Sports and Conditioning and Exercise Science, Lansing High School. Jenna Flew, Sports Conditioning and Exercise Science, Ithaca High School. Early Childhood, Josephine Kubo, Trumansburg High School. Madeline Redfield, Early Childhood, Groton High School. Heavy Equipment, Max Olmsted, Newfield High School. Trisha Banner, Digital Media Technology, Trumansburg High School. Nora Hernandez, Digital Media, Newfield High School. Ryan June, Digital Media, Trumansburg High School. Ava Reynolds, Digital Media, Newfield High School. Congratulations, everyone.
Thanks, Ivy. One thing that is worth noting, we will target our full National Technical Honor Society induction ceremony when the school year picks back up. So we still have another event to look forward to as we welcome these people that have worked above and beyond in a very tough time to achieve a high bar. So congratulations to everybody who was just recognized. Okay, I'm going to go off the script for a small second because I looked out and I noticed our district superintendent, Dr. Jeffrey Madison, has stopped over to see how and to welcome everybody. So I want to give him a quick recognition to say thank you for all of the support, the continued updates and everything throughout the course of a very interesting year because, you know, through his work, through our executive director, Ms. Cindy Walters' work, we were able to make in-person learning happen and really be quite productive in the process. So thank you for your continued support throughout the course of a difficult year. Unfortunately, this is new to COVID for me, and that's being able to see or need glasses when I read, so that's always fun to look forward to. As we kind of look to wrap things up, what I would like to say first and foremost to our students is thank you. From each and every one of us, thank you for your effort. Thank you for your support. Thank you for showing up. I know that you guys don't always know this, but you are what makes us show up. Without you, there's no reason for us to be here. So thank you for choosing to stick with us. I'd also like to thank each one of our component districts. It is not always easy to try to coordinate 8 different plans and schedules, including our own campus. That does not happen alone. Mr. Podolak handles a lot of the heavy lifting in this. And it really is through that collaborative process that we're able to pull off what we did this year. So thank you to our component districts. Also, I'd like to say thank you to our business partners. One of the things that makes career and technical education what it is those business partners and those business opportunities. When you think about having speakers come in to present things to our students that they might not have seen or heard, when you think about opportunities to job shadow within the community, you think about a chance to make connections and to see really yourself in a place that maybe you didn't see yourself in before you showed up there. They are a really key piece to our program and our educational experience. And, I used this opportunity earlier, and I'm going to steal it again right now to give kind of a recognition to Ms. Cooper. I know that you guys know her from the Honor Society or National Technical Honor Society work, but she really did go above and beyond to find places for students to visit, to bring in new people throughout a year when people weren't always, sure on how those things would play out. So thank you not only to our area businesses, but to Ms. Cooper as well for sticking with it and continuing to find new venues for our students to grow. I also think it's important, sorry guys, this is the chance it's really not always about you, to recognize our parents, our caregivers, our teachers, whoever it is that essentially sometimes maybe even drags you to the computer, to the bus. I see a couple laughs. I said this earlier in my past coaching life. Being able to express gratitude is really important, and I would encourage each and every one of you, both in person and on the screen, take the opportunity to say thank you to the people that kind of helped you through this year. You've heard me mention a couple of different examples, but you don't get through tough times on your own. There's a lot of people around you that it's not always a bad thing to stop, take a breath, and look around, and every once in a while just say thanks for being there. So thank you guys for your continued support. Mr. Podolak and I had to make a few phone calls that weren't always pleasant, and all we heard back was really just thanks. And that meant a lot. It really did. So, thank you to all of you guys. This is one of those other pieces, and I like that Ms. Waltz mentioned it earlier. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that do some heavy lifting to make things like this happen, from podium showing up to things being cleaned, to just rooms being in a general condition that make things ready for us to learn. I want to say thank you to all the people on our campus that have continued in a tough year to support your guys' effort, our staff's effort. And honestly, what's great is they kind of do it with a smile. You get a chance to say hi, you get a chance to interact with people, and that's encouraging. So I really have, and we really have a great appreciation for all our behind the scenes folks that have allowed us to do things like this. I think most importantly, and I use this example a lot. You know, our students are by far our most important thing every day. But our teachers are almost kind of right there, if not intertwined with them. You know, I do want to take a second to recognize our staff, both here right now and in the virtual world. You know, they handled themselves with grace, with grit, with perseverance. There wasn't much that we threw at them, even sometimes at the 11th hour, that they weren't able to handle and do an outstanding job with. It's one of those pieces, it's what makes this place special. It really is. You know, the opportunity, the care, the expertise, the collaboration that they bring, both with the community, with our students, their ability to really meet people with where they're at. They really do. I said this earlier, and I guess I'm just going to keep saying it. I consider myself fortunate in that I probably have the best job in the world. For a while, I thought it was the teachers, but really, you know, they kind of work with individual groups. You know, when you think about some of the things that I get to do, it's really interacting within the whole campus. And that I get to say that because of the work and the effort that they put in and that you guys put in. So it's nice to just be able to take a step back and say to people, no, I really do consider myself fortunate because I've got the best job in the world. So thank you to our staff. Thank you specifically now to, you know, these are a little more focused because this doesn't happen alone. You know, there's a lot of planning, a lot of back and forth to really create an opportunity for us to celebrate at the end of the year. And I continue to emphasize, you know, to me, this is not an ending celebration. This is a beginning celebration as we look to next year. You know, so our office staff, Miss Van Riper, and the work that she does day in and day out, Miss Lisa Dan, and her effort, Mr. Brian Van Gorder, who's been, you know, helpful in making sure that this not only streams, but he was nice enough to turn the camera around so I don't have to look and hear at myself at the same time. Talk about your worst fear coming true. Mr. Podolic, Miss Heather Cooper, you heard me mention earlier, Miss Chrissy Bowles, Miss Nancy Fish, and then especially Miss Ruth Reeves, who really does handle the heavy lifting of getting things coordinated, getting things set up, keeping me to a script, which is really not easy, and that actually has happened now twice for the record. You know, I really think basically, as you guys get to kind of wrap up and reflect, I hope you remember the struggles, because I do think that those are what are going to make you stronger in the end. I hope that the connections you made here are something that make you excited about coming back. One of the things that I really do believe is special about CTE is that it's an opportunity where passion and purpose all grounded in that special spot that meets education. You know, it gives people a chance to explore what they're interested in, and then yet find their kind of place. And to me, that's what makes, and that is, the spirit of CTE. So with that, I'll say thank you to our people at home, to our people in person, thank you as well. If you'd like to take pictures, please take advantage of the opportunity. And with that, have a good rest of the day. Thanks, everybody.